all of the hummingbird feeders filled up. Good morning, guys. Well, we got a lot of projects going on at the mountain and I need to get some supplies. Plus we just had 2 birthdays in the fam. Alyssa's birthday was yesterday, Roxanne's is Monday. So I'm gonna get them some really cool outdoor stuff, some kind of flowers or decorations or something for their gardens and all of that. Plus it's springtime and we need to get a bunch of stuff for our garden area as well. It's not looking like I'm gonna have time to actually build the raised beds this spring growing season. So I've got a pretty cool little project that I'm thinking about doing to be able to grow some vegetables on Come On Mountain this year. That should be able to be used for years to come. I'm gonna bring y'all guys along. We got a lot to do today. Let's get it. We're gonna get this for Alyssa for her birthday. Cute little birdhouse. And I think we'll get Roxanne a birdhouse too, a little silo. I think it's pretty cool. Look good in her garden area. Also get a little windmill.
Melissa, code 1, please. Melissa, code 1. Thank you.
I've been needing a water hose reel to mount on the side of the tiny house. I think this right here would be cute. They've actually got a spring sale going on right now where it's 40% off everything, so came on the right day. Good vibes only. some of the stuff I'm getting is going to be for the new studio. We got some letters. They got 50% off. Come on. Check out this little towel rack, guys. Also 50% off. This right here is pretty cool. I've been needing something for my belts in the closet. I think this right here will work out pretty good. It's also 50% off. Oh, that wasn't bad at all. I absolutely love Hobby Lobby. Yes, I'm one of those guys. But you got to be careful in there because you will spend a fortune if you don't shop the sales. And I always shop the sales. I typically don't buy nothing at Hobby Lobby unless it's 30 to 50% off. I was able to get all of that decor stuff for my studio, 2 birthday presents, a couple of things for storage, and outdoor decor, and I barely spent over $100. So good deal. Let's get it unloaded and continue on with our day. Yes, I do. Always return your buggies, guys. I had a little boy stop me in the car and ask me if I had a YouTube channel. It was cute. All right, the next stop is going to be Lowe's, and then Harbor Freight, and then we might go to Atwood's, which is kind of like Rural King if you're from the South. I miss Rural King. Atwood's the closest thing that I have found to it. I'm glad that the rain finally stopped. It's still gloomy and cloudy, but it's only 58 degrees. It's not hot. It's not cold. A good day to run around and do some errands. All right, guys, we made it to Lowe's. We're gonna go in here and check on some water hoses and some plants and all of that good stuff. See if we can bring a little life and color to Come On Mountain. Let's hope Lowe's don't rip me off. All right, I need some water hose. Now I found that you get what you pay for. Whew, they are proud of the water hose. I think I'm gonna go with the 5/8. It says no kink, but we'll see. Put the hummingbird feeders up here where they don't get broke. If y'all remember, I busted my favorite hummingbird feeder this winter. I hit it with my head. So I'm gonna try to replace it, and now I got the tiny house too to put them around. So I got a couple of the cheaper ones and got a couple of nice decorated ones. I'm gonna end up going with a black 100-foot hose, the 5/8. I don't have tons of water pressure, unfortunately, so I don't think I really need the 3/4. $65. Alright, I'm gonna get the two really good ones, then I'm going to Harbor Freight, and I'll probably get a couple of cheaper ones there to run to the chicken coop and the goat house, or the goat pen right there, because those get ran over and kind of messed up anyway. So save these for the yard and the garden area, and then I'll use the cheaper ones to run out by the animals. Alright, so far I've gotten this one and this one. I'm gonna have to do all hanging plants around the tiny house and cabin right now, with Coco getting out all the time. She'll just eat anything on the ground. So I'm trying to get some really nice ones, a little bit of color variety. I like this color, it's a little different. I love springtime, guys. Absolutely love it. Well, that's different. I like that.
Yes, right? We remember all those days.
Yeah. Thinking I want yellow now. Find some cool yellow ones. I think I found them. Yep, I found them. All right, we got the flower cart going on now. The water hoses was the expensive part of that right there. Flowers ain't cheap either, but whew, $60-something for each water hose. That's crazy. All right, we're gonna put these in the back of the truck and put the cover over them, way it don't blow them to death. All right, got all the plants secured up underneath the tarp. Next stop, Harbor Freight. All right, guys, y'all know me. I can't come to Russellville without hitting the harborist of all freights. Definitely gotta get some more water hose in here. I just couldn't afford to pay $60 a piece for 100 footers for as many as I need. All right, guys, the raised bed thing that I'm gonna be doing, it requires buckets and a lot of them. So we're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4. Buckets ain't cheap no more either, come on. All right, we're gonna go with 2 of these. It's half the price of what the other ones are. I'm sure they're nowhere near as good as the other ones, but to run out to the chicken coop, it'll work. Well, they only got one, so I'm only getting one. And I can't come to Harbor Freight without getting some of these bulk item things. You never know when you're gonna need them. All right, that's a lot of buckets. A lot of buckets. All right. always return your buggy. All right, off to the next stop. Come on. Good morning, guys. Well, we made it back to the mountain. It's the next day. It is a beautiful, beautiful morning. Kind of breezy, a little windy. So if there's any wind today, I apologize. But look at the beautiful clear skies. It's a little cool, but with the sun out, it's amazing. We got Coco out here lounging, sunbathing. We got Domino here. And old Midnight was out here hanging out in the sun a little while ago. I'm sure she'll be back. I went ahead and unloaded the gas cans. We're gonna go ahead and get the water hose set up right over there with the new little water hose holder. We're gonna go ahead and install all of these plants, do the hummingbird feeders, make some hummingbird juice, all of that. We're gonna start with the grill area. I spend a lot of time right here hanging out in these two chairs right here. So I really want to have some hummingbirds kind of hanging around here. And if we have any extras, we'll start working on the front of the tiny house over there. Let's go ahead and get this area straightened up just a little bit, clean some things off, and then we'll start hanging some plants. Alright, well that wasn't too bad. Got it cleaned up. Nice and clean. Went in and cleaned off the chairs, cleaned off the shelves, wiped everything down. The black stone, the big green egg. I got this big pot right here. We need to put some water in to start making the sugar water for the hummingbirds. While we're decorating this whole front right here, I'm going to go ahead and have this water getting hot and boiling. That way we can add some sugar into it for the hummingbirds. That way whenever we're done hanging the plants and ready to hang the feeders, we got the sweet nectar that they need ready to go. So with needing water, we might as well go ahead and install a hose, a reel holder thing that I got yesterday, and go ahead and get the new water hose for this section out and hooked up. That way we can fill the pot up. Alright guys, got that installed. I went in and switched out that yellow hose for another black one. Looks good, looks nice and clean. And it's going to be good to have a hose right here for this area instead of only using one hose. I went ahead and put one of these splitters on here. I'll put one about halfway down the other black hose that I installed to branch off to go to the chickens, and one to go to the goats and rabbits. Should make my life watering the animals a little bit easier. Also, I didn't show on camera, but why I had it stretched out so I could roll it up nice and neat. I went ahead and filled up this with water. We're gonna go ahead and start getting this to boil. We're gonna go ahead and start getting that fired up so we can start boiling, so we can start melting the sugar down in there. Now that's a big old bag of sugar. That should give me plenty of nectar for the hummingbirds whenever I get this all made. All right, we're gonna move on and start figuring out what we're gonna hang across here and kind of what order we're actually gonna do it in. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the truck around, get everything kind of facing right here so I can kind of see it and look at the same time. All right, Coco's already seen all those colors and fresh flowers come out here and ran towards them. I had to run her off. I hope that this is going to be high enough to keep her off of them. That's the goal anyways. All right, let's go ahead and get a couple in place. I've already got some screws from last year, from where I had hummingbird feeders and stuff. Plus these poles has got natural little hooks on there that were already there. Let's see what we can make it look like. I think I'm going to go ahead and raise these two screws up just a little bit so the pots are hanging about the same distance as these. That'll make it a little bit more difficult for Coco. All right guys, I think this is what I'm gonna go with. I like it. I got all of my nicer hummingbird feeders in between the flowers, and I think it looks pretty good. I put this one a little bit off center just because I didn't want this to be right over where I'm cooking. Now we got a couple more things to put up, and then we'll finish our sugar water, get them filled up, and hopefully some hummingbirds will start coming back here in a couple of days. Also got this little sign that says that the adventure begins, and it's kind of similar to my logo on my channel. I like it. And of course I got the thermometer, what the temperature is up underneath here. It's about 75 degrees. It's about 78 degrees under here. I think I'm gonna put this windmill right here to deter people from trying to walk up underneath here. And break my new one just like I did last year. All right, moved all the vehicles out the way. Let's take a look at this tiny house section. Like I said, I don't have a whole lot right there right now, but I'll be adding to it as spring goes on. But it doesn't look bad. And I got the 2 other hummingbird feeders over here. So I should be able to have hummingbirds here and there in my 2 setting areas. This area looks good. And this area right here turned out real good. The water's almost ready to fill up the hummingbird feeders. It's getting hot and about to boil. So we're gonna go ahead and add the sugar. 1 cup of sugar for every 4 cups of water. And we're just gonna guesstimate. Four cups. So I went 12 cups of sugar. That should be plenty. That's a couple of gallons of water. All right, I've let the sugar water cool down a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and get these hummingbird feeders filled up. If I got any extra, I'll put it in a mason jar and save it for later to refill them. I'm excited about the hummingbirds coming back. I actually had a hummingbird kind of fly over here while I was cooking the sugar water. So they're definitely in the area. All right, I ordered a gallon jar, a couple of gallon jars, about 4 of them for my eggs, but I'm going to use them, one of them for some of this juice. Looks like I'm gonna end up with about 2 gallons of the juice. And now I got 2 extra gallons made and ready to go. Now we're going to go ahead and water the plants. right, guys, we got everything watered. All of the hummingbird feeders filled up. 2 extra gallons of hummingbird juice. Eclipse, what do you think about it? Huh? You like it? You like all the prettiness over here by you? All right, guys, I think that's gonna wrap it up for this video. This was a fun little video. I love this time of year when I get to put little plants like this out and make it look all cute around the cabin. But I think we'll go ahead and end it here. So until we see each other again, come out, let's go on another adventure.